Hi guys, welcome to another haul. I have quite a lot to go over with you guys. So I was originally going to tack my printable kits onto the end of the last haul, but it turns out I have quite a chunk of them. So I decided to put them into this haul. And then I also have some other miscellaneous orders that have come in, so I am going to go over these first. So I have some icons and doodles, and then I have a few kits from a couple of shops. So first, let's go over Craftea Planner Co. So it's been a while since I've ordered from her, but she is one of my favorite hand-drawn doodle shops. And there were quite a few things that I needed from her shop, things that she's like come out with recently enough, or things that I did not realize I needed until now, basically. And then she was also kind enough to provide a grab bag of Oops stickers, which I typically get a lot of good ones from these bags, so I'm very excited about that. I'll go over that later. First, we have her business card, nice and foiled. And then we have some freebies. We have the All Orders freebie in this really pretty light blue. And then we have Krista's freebie and Rachel's freebie. So these are some PR freebies. Krista's is in orange, and then Rachel's is in this like burgundy kind of color. So those are the freebies. And then and then let's get into the actual sheets. So these are on really nice glossy paper, and they are all printed very nicely as well. So I did pick up the bug sampler because I didn't have any sheets of stickers with ants on them, and as you may know if you've been watching my recent plan with me, is I have been having a lot of issues with bugs. At first it was like the ant problem, which is like still going on, of course, just, you know, because we're still living in the same apartment. And then of course mosquitoes as well are a huge issue. So, but I have plenty of those stickers. So here we have ants, we have roaches, I'm not sure what that is, maybe like a cricket or something, spider, which I wish we had spiders because they're super cute, caterpillar, bees, flies, more spiders, ladybugs, and then it kind of repeats. So whatever kind of bug situation may come up, I'm glad I have the sheet for that. And then I also picked up donuts because I don't know, I never use donut stickers, but like I don't have enough like really basic simple ones, and these are just really visually appealing, so I needed these for whatever reason. And then I picked up the dumbbells because I do mark doing weights when I do my weight workouts, so I'm trying to just pick up a variety of dumbbells from different shops. So here we have these, and then we have bingo because that's one of the games that my boyfriend's daughter really likes to play with us. So we played just the other night, so I wanted to have some more bingo stickers to mark that. And then here we have the rainbow printers that she did on my request, because I think originally she just had like the gray ones, and I was like, I would love to have a colored, like multicolor sheet of those too. So she did, and I picked it up. I just love these printers. And then this was another request that she did for me specifically, which is a White Russian, which is my favorite drink and my boyfriend's favorite drink, and I feel like a lot of people really enjoy White Russians, so super glad that she did this like amazingly accurate rendition of my favorite drink. So I'm glad I can mark it very specifically now. Makes me so happy. Like you can see the half and half, and then the Kahlua at the bottom, like perfect. So I just love that, and naturally I picked up a ton because not that I drink a ton, but I just don't want to ever run out in my entire life, so I have a lot. This was another request that she did. Obviously, I'm picking up the ones that I got as requests from her, because I need them. Obviously, I requested them. So I wanted something to mark like lash appointments. This was before I kind of changed my mind about getting them done regularly, but I have gone back to doing like false lashes, and I need to like experiment with like finding the right one. So I feel like I might be placing like some orders for false lashes or whatever, so I'm going to use these to mark those type of adventures, or just like getting glam and doing makeup. like before going out for the day or something. So I needed a few of those. And then I think I've explained this in like many other hauls, but I need all the calculator sheets from everybody. I think I may already have like the gray color, but I wanted the multicolor because I use these to mark business bookkeeping, which I do once a week. So always in need of many calculators to mark that. And then I got the wax melt stickers, all 3 versions of them, because I think I had only like the very old design of them before she redesigned them. And then and I didn't pick up like any of the newer ones, but in looking at them I decided I needed all of them. So we have all 3 versions of wax melts. We have the little like snap, no, they're not snap, these are the clamshells, and then these are the shot cups, I think is what they're called, and then the snap bars. So I just wanted a variety of ways to mark getting wax. And she also recommended another shop to me that I need to try out once I get through my current stash, which is way too enormous because I want a giveaway. Once I get through that stash of wax, I will order from the shop that she recommended. So that is the main order, and now let's get into the grab bag. So we have some freebies in here too. We have the Happy Birthday Craftea Planner Co. freebie on here, which is just a bunch of birthday stuff, which is super cute. Oh, and then the air filter, which was another request that I made from her a very long time ago, but I already did pick up that sticker sheet. I actually need to like remember to change my air filters so I can use these stickers, because I really should be doing them every now and then. What is the oops on these? I don't even know. Is it the cut lines? No, cut lines are perfect, and they do actually peel up, so whatever it is, could not tell ya, but I am happy for the oops. Alright, and then same thing with these like look perfect. So not that I like airing other shops like mistakes or whatever on camera, but still, just so you know, her oops quality is still 100% usable. And then we have audiobook, which I don't listen too much to audiobooks. I'm more of a podcast person, but I still really like these, and I do eventually want to like become an audiobook person, so I'll hold on to these. We have car wash in multicolor, and then delivery boxes, which as somebody who gets a lot of packages, always useful. And then toilet cleaner, which also very useful. I think I have this, I think I have actually both of these sheets already, but glad to have more because I do frequently wage war on the bathroom when it comes to cleaning. Definitely one of the spots that like I can't stand to see dirty. So as somebody who hates cleaning, I will still clean the bathroom. Alright, so that is Craftea Planner Co. And then next we'll go into some kit shops. So first we have my top secret order from ScribblePrintsCo or whatever. So first I'll go over the freebies and then kind of explain what it is in case you weren't aware of everything that's been going on. We have our journaling card freebie with this gorgeous castle, Disney castle. I love this so much. I don't really save journaling cards for any particular reason, but I love this art so much that I do want to have this larger, so I'll be keeping that. And then we have Jessica's freebie from J. Crew Plans. So I'll be taking some doodles off of that for personal use. Well, obviously all of this is personal use. And then the kits that I got are some of the pop culture related kits that she had taken down from her shop due to like some kind of copyright scare or whatever, which I'm not gonna like publicly comment on, other than to say that my shop, and I believe most other smaller shops, are like gonna like be unaffected by that and just like proceed as normal from what I can tell. But ScribblePrintsCo has decided that she no longer wants to do like anything pop culture related to what happened. What happened, I believe, wasn't that serious. It was just like she wanted to take more of a cautionary measure against anything potentially serious happening in the future. So she did take everything down from her shop. You can, however, request it from her through an email, through her website, and she will manually invoice you for the items that you requested, and you can still purchase them that way. So if you email her, she'll send you a list of everything that was taken down for you to choose from. I also just looked back through the new release videos so that I could see what they looked like, and that's how I was able to pick out the 3 kits that I had missed out on. Thankfully, it was only 3 because I placed an order like a month ago, and I got pretty much everything before that. But yeah, these 3 kits were what I needed recently. And she says that she still has like 15 yet unreleased pop culture kits. I hope that she'll like find a way to release them somehow, so we can at least get those before she stops doing them completely. But I'm just like relieved to be caught up, because the first one is the Mario kit, which obviously I need, because how embarrassing would it be if I designed like a whole mini collection for Super Mario, which I did, and like I didn't even have the kit to use it with. Like that would be like the tragedy of my life. But thankfully I was like one of the first to email her, so I do have everything that I need, so I'm very happy about that. Because also we did see the movie this week, so this week that I'm filming this, I literally need this kit to mark for this week, so perfect timing, honestly. I mean, not that I'm not 3 weeks behind, because I am, but still perfect timing, because definitely want to use this to mark the movie. It was a very fun movie. It was like very faithful to the source material, and they like played it safe in like every possible way imaginable, so that's I think why it's like one of the highest grossing movies in the world right now. But I think they definitely, so this is like a little movie tangent right now, because you know I love my movies, and hence why these kits are here. But I believe what they're doing, I mean, it's kind of like a boring movie, and they made some weird decisions, shall we say, with some of the characters and whatever, that were like kind of different from the tone of the movie. I don't know, but like the rest of it was like kind of like bland and like predictable in terms of Mario, which like the plot is, you know, the plot of Mario games like is really that simple, so like that's why it makes sense. But what I feel like they were doing essentially was just world building and like setting the stage for future like adventures of the Mario Brothers in the world of Super Mario, because there's so much that they can do. There's so many characters they still haven't introduced yet, like Daisy, Princess Daisy, who's like Princess Peach's friend, and Wario, Waluigi, and then Rosalina, the other girl boss figure, or whatever. Like, they have yet to be introduced, and I feel like they could do a lot with that. So, like, yeah, there's definitely a lot, and there, you know, you can take your pick of other Mario villains that could be introduced as well. Not just Bowser, but, yeah, definitely. I feel like they're kind of setting the stage to do more in this universe, which I'm very excited about because I'm a huge Mario fan. So, can't wait for that. But in the meantime, let's go over this kit. It is just called Mario. Again, you can get this kit by emailing her, and she will manually invoice you when she gets around to it. This art is like perfect. This is really, truly what I would want from a Mario kit. Like, could not imagine it being done better. It is perfect. Love it so much. So, we have a double box scene of the Mushroom Kingdom, which I want to live here so bad. Just seeing it in the movie, like, I literally would love to, like, go there. Like, I need to be in there right now. And then we have Peach's castle in the distance, Princess Peach herself, Luigi, Mario, Bowser, and the Superstar, and then a Toad and a Goomba, and then a Bob-omb. I like how many, like, minor villains were also, like, introduced and, like, kind of named in this movie as well. There were a lot. So it was kind of fun to see all the references, because, like, it's all stuff that I know, because I'm pretty good with the Mario games and knowledge about it. And we have our double box scene of the, like, Toad Council or whatever around their little, like, mini 3D map of, like, all the Mario worlds, which is, like, so fun. I want, like, a version of that map in real life. That would be so cool. And again, like, they didn't really go in too much depth about the other, like, Mario worlds, like Desert World and Snow World and whatever, but that's something I feel like they could do in future movies, so let's see about that. Then we have our glitter headers, we have our habit trackers, we have our movie marquees, random shapes, we have our solid and pattern little thing page. I feel like these colors are all writable, thankfully. They're not too dark, except that one I feel like might be a little bit too dark because of the pattern on it. But I think that's it. I think I might still use it anyway. We'll use those last. And then we have the solid boxes page. These are all like very bright primary colors, which is perfect for Mario. And then we have the pattern page. These patterns are like very loud. very loud patterns. This deco's fun. I mean, this is a very like character heavy kit, so basically all the deco is characters, but we also have a lot of little stars, which are fun. So there's that, and then some larger flags, checklists, sidebar trackers is what I call them, and then weekend banner. We have our square boxes and the rest of the evil rounded boxes, which I don't like. I'm not a rounded boxes fan. Then we have our 15mm, our solid, and then our patterned one. We have our date covers, and then we have our pattern full box, which is perfect for a quote, which I have many in my shop if you need that. And then the freebie is a tall box for the, I was going to say for the sidebar. You can use it anywhere. It's a tall box, but a tall box of the kind of Mario Kart part of it in Rainbow Road, which is super fun. So love that, and I'm so glad that I finally have this kit in my hands, because I was freaking out for a good like week there that like I might not necessarily get a chance to purchase it, but I kind of knew that Andrea would be providing a chance for everybody to get what they missed out on, so I'm glad that I was right about that. It's like, it's only the right thing to do, because like, you know, she knows that we need that, like we need that chance to purchase that stuff, otherwise like we will not be able to live with ourselves. So very true. And then the next kit I got is Jurassic Park. I needed this not because I like Jurassic Park necessarily with all these characters, but because I love Jurassic World. And I know that I have a lot of customers, cough cough Elisa, who would love me to reformat the dinosaur collection to be just like modern and updated in general, and also to like be kind of based around this particular kit, because it is like the newest iteration of Jurassic Park art. There's a lot, not a lot, but there's some other shops that have also done like Jurassic Park art. I know Pink Leaf Prints has some that she I think brought back, so like it does exist out there. And if you have the original Jurassic Park kit that I kind of modeled the original collection around last year, if you still have that, you know, it could be used for that too. So it is my plan to reformat that full collection, so it can be used in the modern day and age. So obviously I needed this kit so that I could like figure that stuff out with it in person. So yeah, this is Coco's Art House art, and don't ask me the names of these characters. I only know Ian Malcolm, and that is it. So I know these people are characters in it, that's all. I'm guessing that's like the famous T-Rex, and then there's the entrance to Jurassic Park and the double box. Freebie is 2 additional characters that I don't really know. And then we have our deco page, which also has this new thing that she's doing, which is like she'll do some little half box scenes instead of full box scenes if she has extra stuff to work on. So we have the famous scene with Ian Malcolm, and then I guess a bunch of people running from dinosaurs. So I still haven't figured out like how I would use those. I guess I'll figure that out when I actually get to the spread, but it's kind of an interesting idea. And then we have a double box scene of the kid hiding from dinosaurs. I like these colors. These are very nice, relaxing colors. So there's the glitter headers. We have some rounded boxes, little things. I don't believe that blue was going to be writable. Oh, there's a little oopsie on there. The brown, I think, would be barely. And then we have the solid boxes page, patterned boxes page, and then bottom washi. And then this full box, which would also be great for a quote at the top, with the Jurassic Park car at the bottom. And then I did pick up both extra sheets of the dinosaurs because I need every single full box that has ever been invented, so I will pick it up. So we got 4 dinosaurs right here. Guessing that's a raptor, T-Rex, 2 other kinds of dinosaurs. We have the long neck dude, like Brontosaurus or some variation of that. Then we have the little frilled lizard kind of dinosaur right there, and then one in the egg. That's as good as you're gonna get with the names of the dinosaurs there. But yeah, so there's our tall box option. That's kind of nice. And yeah, how I'm going to fit all of these full boxes in, you're going to watch me get very creative and use a ton of extenders, as always. So that is Jurassic Park 2. Because I think her original Jurassic Park may or may not still be in shop. Or on the list now. And then last we have Who Are You Gonna Call? So this is the Ghostbusters one. And I needed this because I do love... I was trying to decide whether I was going to say like or love. I guess it's more of a like. I like Ghostbusters. I liked the first one of the original. I don't think if I've seen the sequels, I don't remember them. But like all this like basic Ghostbusters stuff I do enjoy. And then I did love the newer Ghostbusters movie that came out. That was also very enjoyable because it had a lot of callbacks to the original. So yeah, definitely I would say I am a Ghostbusters fan. So obviously I needed this as well. This is also Coco's Art House art. So we have the original 4 Ghostbusters right there. We have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, chasing after everybody. We have that woman. Don't remember who she is. I mean, I don't remember her name. I remember her importance in the movie or whatever. And then we have that like slime ghost or whatever. We have the car. I don't remember what this situation is or what the hat's all about, but that's there too. I did pick up the fashion sheet with all of the Ghostbusters like individually, which is super nice to have all of them there. And then here we have the deco with another one of the half box scene situations. So this one is the ghosts in the library. And then this one is the scene kind of, I think, towards the end of the movie. She's like possessed or whatever, maybe. And then we have 2 more full boxes with, looks like clothing flat lace. I like these colors as well. These nice dark colors, although I just know there's going to be some non-writable little things in here somewhere. We got our rounded boxes, little things. Yeah, this whole row is going to be just trashed. Solid color, patterned boxes, and then a bottom washi, and then the Ghostbusters logo. And then the freebie was just a larger version of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Super cute. Alright, so that is Who You Gonna Call? And that is all of the unlisted sheet or kits that I picked up from ScribblePrintsCo. There are some kits that I want that are still in shop. Like I need the Sharks kit that just came out. Like I need that with a passion. So I will be placing an order, like my usual bi-monthly order, whenever that is, like in a month or 2 probably, because it's going to be taking even longer now for the kits that I need to like build up. So I am probably going to wait another couple months for that, but that will happen. And then let's see, next we have Crest Press. So these are 2 exclusive arts. I pretty much only buy exclusive art from Crest Press because I'm not a huge fan of her format. I'm like doing polls right now on Instagram to try and figure out what my kit format is going to be in my shop. And I asked what you guys like best. SPC was like definitely the number 1, and I do love SPC's format except for some things like the non-writable little things. So I am going to be probably most closely following that format. A lot of you guys also said Crest Press, which I'm curious about because I don't feel like it's better than SPC, and I don't feel like it's different enough to necessarily be like mentionable. If you're already saying SPC first. And like the things that are different in this format, I feel like are worse in my opinion. So you guys are gonna have to tell me like why CP would be your number 2 after like SPC. Like what the reasoning is, like what specifically about this kit that you like that is not necessarily just, you know, something that SPC also does. And I will point out like the things that I'm sure I pointed out before in previous hauls, but like I'll point out the stuff that like I probably would not be doing in my own kit format. But either way, like for this particular haul, this is exclusive art, and I needed these so badly. These are both, I think, Sadie Piper Designs art. I think she's like kind of the most used exclusive artist for Crest Press. I feel like everybody's got their like one artist that they mainly use. Like Pink Diamond Planner Co. uses Darcy. Andrea uses Coco's Art House primarily, and CP uses Sadie Piper Designs primarily. So, yep. So here we have water park, which I got obviously because we are a water park loving family, not necessarily because I personally love them. I mean, if you have to do an activity involving water, the water park is not the worst necessarily, but, you know, if the kid wants to do it, then the whole family is going to make a day of it. So, yep, I feel like this might be a big part of our summer. Well, not a big part, but it may be a part of our summer. So I have been collecting the water park kits to use for that purpose, and this art is just beautiful. And these colors I feel like are so unique. I definitely needed it, if only for the color scheme. So we have our double box scene of like the water slides, which like, how good does that look? Like that art is like just perfection. We have our sign pointing to water slides this way, shaved ice, party, lazy river, cyclone mega slide. So that's fun. We have like an old-fashioned radio here, some like bracelets or wristbands or something. We have a bunch of fanny packs over here, and then we have what are they called? Shaved ice, which I love. Those crazy straws are super fun as well. We have like a little like pool bag kind of situation. Then we have a flat lay with the bathing suit and some other products. And then the next page has our square boxes, deco, weekend banner, and then we have the same 4 flags. SBC also like has only the large flags now and 4 of them, so that's similar. Thankfully only 2 of the rounded boxes. And then we have this page with the squared off ones. So this is the solid color. It does have some headers at the bottom, which I still like only because I used that one. I will be including some headers as an add-on in my my kit format, I feel like. And then obviously these 2 pages, the solid and the pattern, are going to be like largely the same, I feel like, as these shops. I feel like every single shop uses these 2 pages now, pretty much exactly. So yeah, next we have the patterned one after this. For some reason there's rounded boxes there, I don't know why. And then next we have the little things and glitter headers. I think it's hilarious that there's like labels up here and then just randomly glitter headers like smack dab in the middle of all the other labels. And like, I don't know that these necessarily need to be like so separated from the regular little things, but yeah, we have the solid ones and the pattern ones down here. So yeah, another thing that I like don't necessarily prefer is like this style of little thing where like there's this tiny little strip right here on the right. I feel like it just like needlessly shrinks the writable area and just kind of looks odd. Like these are like more normal to me. But it is nice that there are like larger and smaller little things. I feel like a lot of people really like that there's 2 sizes, so definitely we'll be keeping that. Also the glitter header pattern is really good in the shop and in SBC as well. Some shops do not necessarily have a good glitter header pattern, but that is a good one. And then, oh yeah, this page, not my favorite page. We do have an extra full box, which is nice. That looks delicious, whatever that is. Why do those look like they have like a waffle cone pattern on them, but like, what are they? I couldn't tell you what those things are. Let me know what those things are. Otherwise it looks like it's supposed to be like some kind of ice cream treat, who knows. But yeah, and then we have just like kind of lesser used, well, I don't necessarily want to say the movie marquee is lesser used, but this style is definitely lesser used. I really do not like the inverted look there. But yeah, these are definitely lesser used. This like mini sidebar tracker, and then the work labels, and then these contour cut icons as well. Definitely lesser used. We have 3 habit trackers. We have 2 sidebar trackers, which I feel like most people, if they're going to use these, they only use 1. Shops still tend to have 2 though, which is really interesting. And then there's 1 checklist. And we have another page of randomly normal and patterned little things, which I feel like they probably could have been put all on their own page, like together. So who knows? More rounded half boxes, flag checklists, and patterned like larger little things. Interesting. Very interesting. And then we have this last page, which she does fit some date dots on, which again, kind of outdated a little bit, pardon the pun, but I feel like some people definitely still use those. One extra little thing, which of all the things to put in that space, I probably would have also done a little thing. And then we have full box right here, which is, what is that? Coffee protein drink. Interesting choice. In front of like a cooler, we have our date covers, which are like pretty short, which I do enjoy the shorter date covers. And then we have the bottom washi, which is not split already, although it does include lines for you to split it yourself. I feel like I, in my shop, will probably do already split. Yeah, that's my preference. You can't always just like put them together if you happen to have a really nice 32mm overlay that you like, which my shop does have a few pretty good ones. And actually I might offer a 32mm like separately just for that reason, just like keep it intact as like an add-on option. So I may. I feel like I probably would. But so yeah, you can cut it yourself, and since I typically prefer them to be different, I have started to remember that I need to purchase the 15mm add-on separately. So I did pick up this one, which is like another patterned one, because I do like putting two patterned ones together. So I love this little water pattern, so that will be nice to add on to that. And I did pick up like pretty much all the other extras. Well, first of all, there's the freebie, which is this the freebie, or is this, yeah, I think this is the freebie. So we have the tall box with the slides, and then an alternate skin tone to the other box that was already in there. And then I picked up these two extras. So we have the Fashion Girl tall box. I didn't realize that this was like kind of the same thing as that, but just like with the girl. So I'll probably use this instead of that. But yeah, I picked up this particular girl because I like her hair. And then I picked up the Fashion Boy box of this guy just because it's like my boyfriend's skin tone hair color. But like, it's like the most hilarious like pose you could possibly imagine. Like he's like eating a popsicle, but like just the expression on his face, just like this whole situation cracks me up. But yes, that is everything for the water part kit. I feel like that took me a while to go through, but I think that's just because I was like going over every aspect of the kit in great detail. So I'll go a little bit faster through the April mystery, which spoilers by the way, April mystery. And this one is called Sprinkles. This is like kind of an ice cream birthday party situation, which I needed because I'm just an ice cream fan. Whether it's for a party or not, don't care. If it's ice cream, I need it. Oh, here are the freebies, by the way, that came with my order. We have this like foiled overlay freebie, which is a Cinco de Mayo one, which is pretty fun. I feel like the manufacturer kind of overfoiled a little bit of those flags. And then we have this foodie freebie, I guess, which has a lot of like icons and scripts, which are like the two foiled things that I don't use. So I will probably be destashing these. But yeah, now we have the Sprinkles kit, which look how brightly colored this is. This is like, honestly, when I have dreams about food, it pretty much looks like this. So I needed to purchase this. Again, I don't necessarily think I need to use it for a party. I mean, it does have a lot of like really like party specific elements, so I probably will. But I just love the fact that it's ice cream. So we have like the interior of the ice cream shop right there. I love this giant ice cream on the counter. I assume that's like decoration and not not like a fantasy world where like that is just actually on the counter. Then we have some nails and shoes. For some reason, we have these really delicious looking ice cream cones. We have the cake and little birthday bag and hat. And the presents. These look like, well, that says fruity cereal, birthday cake batter, more fruity cereal. What are those? Like chocolate bars or something? I don't know. That would be good. And then we have like a little mini backpack and the girls' shoes. And then we have this hilarious like keychain that looks like a jacket. I don't know. I'm sure that's an actual product, but it's hilarious. I think these are cookies. Yeah, either way, this kit just has a ton of like delicious looking things in it, and I would just want to eat all of it. And then next we have our deco, other miscellaneous boxes and such. We have our solid color pattern. There's like Skittles on that pattern. That's fun. Glitter headers. miscellany and extra full box, which I think those are gummy bears, which again, super yum, and like donuts as well. I think those are meringues at the bottom, which are also some of my favorite foods. Favorite sweet treats. And then we have more little things. We have our Skittles bottom washi. And then, of course, we have our like candy charcuterie board, which every time I see a charcuterie board in a kit, I want it in my life immediately. And then we have the fashion girl page, which has a nice variety of fashion girls. We have 2 of these girls with like the crazy curly hair, which is like super cool. Then we have 2 of the girl in front of the cake, and then this girl with like the super brightly colored dress. Craziness. This would be like a very crazy birthday party. And then I did pick up the 15mm strip, of course. I don't think there was a pattern one. And then the extra boxes, which has this tall box scene with the balloons, and then the cake, and then an alternate skin tones for those 2. Actually, I think this might also have been the freebie. Maybe, who knows? I always throw out the invoice before placing the order. Not before placing the order, before hauling it. So yeah, that is it for Crust Press. And I will be right back with the printable kits. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the printable kits. I have these organized by category mostly, so there are a few different shops mixed in here. So we will go through the different formats as we come across them, but since they are printable kits, I have customized the formats of all of them to suit my own personal needs. So they're all going to have kind of the same general stuff in them, because I do like get rid of what I don't need and add more of what I do need more of for each format. So first we have a kit from Apple Blossom Prints. I believe this is in her newest format, so it's actually a lot easier to customize, which is super great. Love it. This one is called I'm Reading. This is art by Nella of Clip Art Kits. She's like the new up-and-coming clip artist that everybody is loving lately, and I'm really excited to see all the stuff she's coming out with, because she is just putting out so many like public kits and also doing custom arts for people, and it's great. So I'm obsessed with this cat. So obviously I needed to get this like reading themed set. This came out pretty much just when I released my books themed foil, so it was perfect timing. And of course you can go ahead and grab that from my shop now if you would like something to go with this. There's also flowers in this kit, which I have a floral collection that is also newly released, so go ahead and grab some bits and bobs from that too and do some mixing and matching to achieve the perfect effect. Plus the 32mm from the books collection also has floral elements in it, so it's the perfect mix of both. But yeah, anyways, I just love this color scheme. I love the like very simple classic book elements of it. We've got our little macarons or whatever kind of cookie those specifically are. We have tea, we got the glasses, the cat, all the cozy elements, basically anything I could want. And again, I love these pastel colors. That particular shade of like teal reminds me of the teal in my own shop's like color scheme. And then all the pinks as well. Super fun. So let's see, and we have a stack of books over here. We have a key, we have a quill, an hourglass over here. It's just gorgeous. And again, the cat reading the book is like my favorite thing ever, so I love that. And then we have the double box scene with the couch as well and the shelves, and I think that's like a large decorative book, which is so cool. So that's the first page, and then she did reformat the little things page to have a lot more little things on it, and I'm just obsessed with this because we have our just regular solid ones, and then we have the ones with like the little pattern box over here, the pattern section. We have some that are just like appointment labels, which I personally love because now I have appointment label like foil overlays that go along this chevron part, and mine do kind of mostly fit over that, so love that. And then we have the completely solid little things, which I also love those too. I cannot make up my mind whether I like this style or this style best, but I like both, so I'm happy that basically everything on here is like exactly what I need, so I'm in love with that. And then of course I love these pages too, the solid and the pattern. So the solid color, solid like labels page. We have some third boxes here, which I think are kind of the same size as the fancy labels, or like bigger by 1 or 2 millimeters. So they're still pretty small, which I actually kind of like, because I don't know, I feel like they're a little bit bigger, but they still don't take up like a ton of room. So it's super nice to have a smaller third box. And then the fancy labels, and then the half boxes, which there were 4. I got rid of these 2 and replaced them with square boxes, because there was like a whole page with like rounded boxes, and then the square boxes were on the top, and you know how I feel about rounded ones. So I just only took the square boxes from that page, moved them onto this page, and then just got rid of the rest of the page, because I do love my square boxes. I am obsessed with squares. So I tried to move at least 3 or 4 onto every one of these pages, or put them elsewhere in the kit, depending. But since square boxes and half boxes are kind of interchangeable for me, I just decided to get rid of these 2 and replace them with kind of similar colored of the squares. So was able to do that. And then we have some like larger solid labels right here, which are awesome because they're like the bigger little things, but completely solid. So that is that page. And the next we have basically the same thing but with patterns. And I did kind of leave these alone, at least the half boxes, because I typically go for the patterned ones first, just to make sure I use up all of them, because I can use the plain ones as like leftovers if I have leftover. So, but these I couldn't use with another kit, so yeah, I left these all intact so I can reach for these first. I'm just testing my own cutting, which my machines do pretty good, except for that one, obviously. I don't know why, it's just, I feel like it's so much harder for my machines to cut on and glossy. But yeah, they do okay. So, got some fun patterns going on here. And then we have this page, which I tore apart as I always do. I think this page had another one of the sidebar trackers, or maybe it was a checklist that I got rid of. Whatever was next to it, I got rid of it. And then there was just some extra stuff up here. I forget what it was, but I got rid of that, and I don't really use her weekend banner, so I changed that out for some more fancy labels, because I do typically need more of those. So this is going to be kind of like the format for most of the rest of the ones. And then I left the deco, of course, and then I just picked whatever sidebar tracker color I liked best, and then added some more fancy labels, and then 2 extra full boxes from some of the add-ons, instead of printing off like an entire add-on sheet for a lot of the, cause she offers like every single add-on option possible. So instead of just like printing off a bunch of extras that I don't need, I just take those full boxes that I am going to use and bring them over here. She also has an add-on with like all patterned boxes that you can put like a quote over. So whenever it was like a kit that I knew I would have like a big quote for, I decided to bring that over as well. And I do have customizable like book quote overlays as well. So I figured that I definitely would want to take advantage of this for one of those overlays. And then since Nella included like 6 different book options for like this one, I chose my favorite book out of all of them, which is obviously Harry Potter. So I chose the skin tone and then the Harry Potter book for this box. So I'm really excited that I was able to kind of customize that for my needs. This sheet I think I almost completely left alone. We have our glitter headers, and then 2 extra full boxes here. We have just like a stack of books and an owl, and then we have just like an overhead view of like reading with a mug of tea or coffee. I love both personally. And then we have the flags. I always love my flags. And then 2 habit trackers, 2 movie marquees, which is awesome. She does have the cut lines for these to be like completely rectangular, like a half box, but I like the little bump, so I just kind of like invented a little bump, so that's how I cut them out personally. And then we have the bottom washi page as well, which I also pretty much just leave intact. So we have the 2 bottom washi options. She usually does offer like a solid one as an add-on as well, but I like the 2 patterns, so I always just leave it the way it is. And then date covers, and then this box, which would also be great for a quote overlay. So there's 2 options for this kit. And then she does offer, of course, all the fashion options. So I just, like in every single skin tone, hair color, that I think the artist provides. I typically choose mine kind of randomly. Sometimes I'll choose ones that look like me. Sometimes I'll just choose ones that I think are cool or that look good with the kit. This one I chose because it's cool, because I really like the ombre hair going on. So, and the little doggy with like the glasses. It's so cute. But yeah, I just really liked the ombre hair, so that's why I got this girl. But yeah, just look how well that's drawn. I love that. Love it. So yeah, we got several versions of Fashion Girls, and that is I'm reading. That is still in shop. Alright, and then next we have one from a Pink Planner shop. Oh, we're in the Anytime Kit section now, in case you haven't noticed. That's what we're starting with. But yeah, Pink Planner shop is another one that I go to, typically, like, if Apple Blossom Prints doesn't have something, or, like, doesn't have it yet, and I don't know if she's gonna have it, I'll grab it from Pink Planner shop, because I know that she does pretty much everything. And this one, I think, was an art set that literally everybody used, but, like, I think Pink Planner shop was first, and so I just didn't want to wait, I guess, so I got it from Pink Planner shop, which is a-okay, because I also like her format as well. Not quite as much as Apple Blossom Prints, but it's a good, like, secondary option. So yeah, this art is by Glam Art Xana, or however you say her name, but she's been doing art for a very long time, and she does, like, a lot of fun themes. So this one, like, really took the planning world by storm, because we're all true crime fans, so super fun to have more of these. I don't know necessarily when I would use it, because I listen to a true crime podcast all the time. Well, I guess there's a couple that, like, cover true crime stuff sometimes, but yeah, and then I watch some YouTube channels about that as well, so it's just kind of, like, ever present in my life. But yeah, that's why this is kind of in the anytime section for me. But yeah, we have a couple, like, fashion people, like detective and, like, forensics expert, I would assume, crime scene investigator, something like that. And then we have our, like, body outline, and then the crime scene tape. Here we have the double box scene with, like, the bulletin board with all the connections. We got a fingerprint pad over here. Just some other true crime kind of memorabilia. Here we have some, like, photos of the crime scene going on. This kit is called Detective, by the way, in shop. Pink Planner shop is printables only. Apple Blossom Prints is both physical and printable. This page, you can definitely tell I cut it up hugely. Let's see, I think this part I left, and then just everything else I kind of just, like, got rid of. I think there was a fourth color of little thing on here, but it was a non-writable color, so like I said, I just got rid of that, and then filled in more little things of the just plain variety up here. There's a tall box on an add-on that I just picked the girl I liked and brought her over. One habit tracker, because I typically only need one meals header, and just another little thing there. I was gonna see if there were any meals headers on the Apple Blossom Prints format, which I don't think so, question mark. What I need to do is just, like, print out 100, like, multicolor ones for myself, because shops don't really do that a ton anymore. But yeah, I brought out an extra full box as well that was on another sheet, I think, and then the sidebar tracker as well. Here we have the let's see, the glitter headers, and then, oh yeah, this is that crest press style little thing that I'm not a huge fan of. And then, let's see, these were up here. Actually, I think I may have added those on and replaced something else with them, with these. And let's see, and then this, oh yeah, I think these were all patterned washi, and I only kept this one to go behind the meals header in the sidebar, because that's just, like, how I do it every single week. So I changed the cut line to make it a little bit bigger, and that's my plan for that. And then we have our solid color page. Like I said, pretty much every shop has these two pages back to back now. Her little things are not littles, and her fancy labels are really small. So these are about little thing size. So they are actually less writable than little things, just so you know. So she has 2 rows of those, and that is what allows her to do this kind of, like, quarter box size box right here. And then we have 2 rows of thirds and then 1 row of half. So this is a little bit of a different format. I still kind of try to make it work. And then this page I also cut up. I brought in these square boxes from a different page. Put the page flags in place of one of the like character decos because I don't really use the fashion people like as deco if I have a choice. And then 2 extra full boxes as well. And then the bottom washi I left the same. We have this fashion girl here. And then we have these 2 really awesome bottom washies and then date covers. So yeah, that is Detective from Pink Planner Shop, another one of my favorite printables shops. She can be relied on to do pretty much every single art. So I actually do find some gems from there. I mean, so can, I think her name's Amanda from Apple Blossom Prints. She also can be relied on to do pretty much anything, and she will take requests, at least from me. So she's good about stuff, which is why I think I probably buy more from her than anybody else these days. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's all printables too, which definitely helps my wallet. But yeah. So let's see. This one is Pixie. Of course, I had to grab the Sadie Piper Designs, like Pixie Grove art. I think I did prefer the other color scheme, but I don't think too many people did that, and I don't think anybody did like a printable version of it, so I just picked up this one, which I'm not mad about because like this is a really fun color scheme too. It's got kind of like some wild bright colors that the other one didn't, which is why I think I preferred the other one, but like I'm still not mad about it. I think it like really brings like the magic to this spread or this like art set. So I love it, and I love Sadie Piper Designs like super photorealistic art style. She and Sully Studio really are great with that. I mean, I love all art styles pretty much, but it's just there's something really cool about seeing this kind of stuff and like how much work it would take to like do that. Like I can't even imagine. Like no wonder that her art sets are kind of few and far between because each one must take like months. It's crazy. We have this really cute deer. We have this fashion girl like a fairy with her harp, and then we have 2 mysterious bags here. I don't know what's in them, and some candles. Got a whole mushroom box in this basket, which again, super realistic. We got this book with flowers in it, more little like toadstools and a cloche. Oh my goodness, I love all of this. We have our little wicker mushroom house. Oh my god, and these little books. And then I think that's like toast or some kind of bread, and then a random stack of luggage, which I don't know why that's there, but I'll take it. So that is that. And I believe this kit came with so many full boxes. I am intending to spread it out into 2 kits, which I'm glad that I bought the printable version because I can easily print out like more of whatever I need when I'm done using it the first time. But I am going to have to make 2 spreads out of this because yeah, there's just so many full box options, which again, like the more the merrier. I love that. So we have another fashion girl right here in the dress, and then we have a clothing flat lay. We have these 2 kitty cats and like little cat tree outside, which again, I love cats and kits. Every kit should have a cat, if you ask me. We have this little like mushroom kitchen timer. We have a hummingbird, little bird feeder. We have the interior of like a kitchen, like a little window seat. That is so cute. We have this food flat lay, which I do love. All of this food, I would eat all of this right now. Like this is my type of food. Maybe not the bread. Apples for sure. Like the apples, and like that could be like a little teacup or maybe a soup bowl. I don't know. I'm into these vibes. This is like bringing cottagecore vibes back into my life, which I love. And because I intend to make 2 spreads out of it, I did print off 2 different big boxes, which honestly I couldn't choose anyway. I was gonna print them off anyway, so I'm just glad that it turned out that way, but like these are both perfect. I needed a close-up of the bed because the bed is so well drawn and detailed. I think this was also like originally a double box scene by like next to that. I think that happened twice because you can see none of these have double box scenes in them, so it's just gonna be like no double box scenes for this spread, but that is okay. And then the other one is the outside of the house, which obviously that had to be a big box as well because again, look at the detail. It had to be. So I also love that Apple Blossom Prints does big boxes. Obsessed. Okay, so that is all of the art. I think there may be some more scattered throughout here. So we have this must have been, yeah, this is the older format. So we have our glitter headers, and then this was all something else. I forget, something that I don't use. So got rid of it all and then replaced it with more little things because I don't think the format had enough originally. So happy to add more. And then this page, another page, so I just got rid of this whole section on and replaced it with little things. We have our 2 habit trackers, the movie marquee. I left all the square boxes and then everything else, and then we have a clothing flat lay there. And then we have our solid page, which I did leave the same, I think for like either almost all of them or all of the kits from Apple Blossom Prints, all of the little things are writable. I'm pretty sure that there's either like one that's not, or like they all are writable, so I do love that. So I really didn't have to like touch this part at all. So yeah, this page is complete. We have our thirds, our fancy labels, halves, and then little things, and then the pattern page, which I love that the patterns on the little things are just the left part and not the right, because I think SPC does like the whole thing patterned, and it's just like I don't really want to write on a pattern. I would really prefer not to, given the choice. So yeah, I just love everything about this. This page, yeah, for this whole 3/4 of that, I just changed it up, and then I did for this as well. So I guess in her old format, she had like the meals headers and then got rid of it. So yeah, so some of these are old format, so they are going to have that, and then the 1 patterned washi. The 2 page flags, again, I just replaced the weekend banner with all that. I love this tiny deco. More fancy labels, the habit, or the sidebar tracker. I think that was like a printing error on my part. I'm still doing paper testing, by the way, or like ink testing. I have not switched over to like new ink or paper yet, which I have the ink and I have the paper coming on in a couple days. So I am going to test that. So all of this is like an example of like personal use stuff. Like I would not sell stuff like this. So just be aware. That I am getting close to starting to want to sell kits. So if you like are wondering if this is what it's going to look like for you, it will not. But yeah, we have this box with like some, I think if you wanted to make it like a St. Patrick's Day kit, then it would be like the St. Patrick's Day add-on box. And then this one's just another like bedroom interior with forest essence, whatever that is. And then like a mushroom kind of diffuser maybe type situation. That. And then we have even more boxes on this page. So this page used to have a bunch of like scalloped like labels, which I don't really use. So I replaced them with more fancy labels here and here. And then the tall box I left the same. I love that girl. And then there's this like little embroidery box as well, which I super duper love because I am a cross stitcher. I haven't done it in years, but I have the stuff and I really want to get back into cross stitching. I'm trying to get back into all my hobbies, like one by one. So I did get back into reading. I'm going to try to get back into video games, and then I'm going to try to get back into cross-stitching. That's like my plan, my long-term hobby plan. And then we have the bottom washi, which I freaking love that this is the bottom washi. I don't know if that was like one of the patterns provided, but I just love that that is the bottom washi. It's like this little grass and flowers. It's just perfect. And I love this pattern as well. And then, of course, I'm obsessed with this because this is like a whole box of just references with the little signposts. I think she's reused the signposts in other art sets, actually, but just a fun fact, it looks very familiar to other ones, like the one from the water park set, which I haven't compared them side by side, but now I want to. Anyways, we have Pixie Grove, which is obviously the name of the art set. We have Enchanted Forest. We have Mushroom Hideaway, Fairy Crossing. So I think most of these are just like generic, but a couple are actual references, like Terabithia, which of all the places to reference, you gotta bring up the one that gives me like PTSD. That movie was traumatic. And then we have Butterfly Landing, 100 Acre Wood. That's another really, really sweet one. And then Gnome Land, which I don't know what that is, but I don't want to go there. I am not a gnome fan. I really dislike gnomes. And then Leprechaun Hollows. Are there gnomes even in this kit at all? I know there were gnomes in one of the kits that I printed out. Oh, I don't think it was this one, which thank God, because, again, not a gnome fan. So that is great. And then extras, there were like so many tall box options, and I don't like to choose. If I have to choose, I will not do it. So I just printed off all of them. So we had one earlier in the kit. Now I've got these other 3. Each one of these girls on their dresses, I have to include it. I cannot choose. I will not. I refuse. So if I have to spread these out between 2 spreads, each spread is going to have 2 tall boxes and 1 big box. And it's going to be a very art heavy spread, which I guess is the point. This dark green, oh my god, I want that dress. I want that dress. I think this girl is like a repeat of this one, kind of, so I could probably nix one of them. Yeah, probably. Thank God for that. And then I just filled up the space with extra labels. So that is Pixie from Apple Blossom Prints. And I'm like very excited about that. I also have fairy foil as well, a whole fairy collection if you need foil to go with that. So there you go. And then next we have Apple Blossom Prints. We have Strawberry Brunch. This was the one that had the gnome in it, so I'm glad I'm not going completely crazy. But yes, this one is Elaine from Coffee Doodles Co., who has not done art in a while, I feel like. I think this one is her second most recent, and then her newest one is the Swan Lake art, which you'll see in a few minutes when we get there. But yeah, she hasn't done too much. But yeah, I was excited to see that she started getting back into it, because her art is some of the best, as we all know. And just strawberries are cute. I know there was a strawberry themed birthday kit from SPC in a recent mystery. And like, I'm not a huge fan of strawberries, but it's just, I love the reds and greens. Like, those are my top 2 favorite colors. So, and like, I do love a good strawberry. There's a time and place for a strawberry, but when it's the time and place, strawberries are very delicious. So always love them covered in chocolate. Just chop them up and like sprinkle sugar on top, and that's a snack. Like, and there's like this really delicious like dip, like a dessert dip that my mom showed me how to make that is really good with strawberries. Like, there's a time and a place. So I don't know about pie. I would not necessarily say pie, but you do you. And of course jam, always. So we got like some strawberry cookies in here. Again, we got the pie. We got like preserves, maybe. The gnome, I don't know that he needs to be there, but he is. We have a strawberry shaped mug with like something in it. That seems kind of fun. I love the monarch butterflies. Basket of strawberries, cooling flat lay, strawberry backpack, and then double box scene outdoors, which I guess those are like meant to be strawberries growing, I would assume. Otherwise, I'm not really sure why that's there. But yeah, those are the main full boxes. Oh yeah, then we have this like kind of journaling spread here. And then this is a new format, so we have this page with the labels, and then I did replace the middle 2 with squares, and then pattern page, which does still have pattern bottom washi, patterned washi, which I love. The little things page, perfection. And then the deco page, again, I got rid of the weekend banner, replaced it with fancy labels. Brought in these from extra sheets. We have our double box scene of the outside of the house. Every time anybody does a building, exterior or interior, I need it. And I love this scene with like the little archway that's like also a trellis and the cobblestone pathway. Love it. And then I kept that sidebar tracker. Got 2 more full boxes on this page. We have, I think that's like a strawberry croissant kind of situation, maybe. And then like the bike in front of that same pathway. I feel like maybe just the pathway on its own could be like, you could put a quote over that. I don't know what strawberry quotes there are, but theoretically you could. And then we have our flags, glare headers, everything else. And then a bottom washi and our extra full box with the table outside. I love this pattern, and I love that that's the date cover pattern as well. And then I printed off the add-on with these particular fashion girls, the brown-haired ones. Very nice. I love all the detailed hairstyles that she finds. So that is Strawberry Brunch. Super cute. Again, I don't really know when I would use all of these strawberry kits, but apparently I have 2 now. So they might just be anytime kits. Alright, and then next we have yet another reading kit, because I did not put them together for some reason. But this is also from Apple Blossom Prints, and it is also Glam Art Xana art. And it is, yeah, another reading themed kit, and it's called Books and Tea, and those are like two of my favorite things on the planet, aside from like stickers and my family and sharks, so, and cats. So naturally I needed to get this kit, and also the color scheme just got me. These are my colors. I mean, red and green are also my colors, but these pastels, love them so much. I need a teapot like that. I need like a classic teapot and teacup set. I need the whole tea set. That is on my wish list. We have our double box scene here of like the little tea party scene outside. We have some books here, flowers. Like you could combine like so many foil sets for this particular kit as well. That would be so fun. We have a little teacup here, stack of books, and then I love that background scene right there. And there's butterflies. Like I have butterfly foil, I have book foil, I have floral foil. Like you could go crazy. Then we have our little things, solid color, which again I replaced some of the half boxes, patterns, and then glitter headers. And then I think I did replace that full box with one of the patterned ones, because this is a new format, so she does include patterned overlays, and I just knew I would want to bring one of the book overlays onto it, and that was the pattern I liked the best for that. So there's that, and then I forgot to replace the weekend banner, so there it is. But these are all replaced with fancy labels, and I love that tiny deco. And I love this bottom washi, but especially that full box with the scene that I was telling you how much I loved. That is going to be great for a quote overlay as well. And then I printed off 2 add-on sheets, because there's just like endless clip art for this, I guess. So this one has this fashion girl, and then just some more books, and then this one has the tall box with the fashion girl with the big hair like me, and then more books, and then shoes, cute shoes. So yes, that is Books and Tea. Love it. Alrighty, let's see, we have 2 more from the same artist, and then we have one that's like from a different artist, so we're gonna go over that one first, which is Unwind. This is from, I believe, yeah, this is from one of my favorite clip artists who is like kind of just coming into the picture, I feel like. I don't know how long she's been around, but I've just kind of become obsessed with her. Lavi and Love Arts is her handle on Instagram. I forget what her name is. I knew it at one point. But yeah, I'm just obsessed with this style and everything, and I really like this set for the colors, not necessarily for the theme. It's just like kind of like vague relaxation themed, so it's like pretty cozy and all that, but I needed these colors in my life. This particular shade of pink, blue, and green, like all together, just made for a perfect clip art set, so I needed it. And for a printable kit for like $2, obviously I'm gonna snap it up. So yeah, we have record player, like planner, and I guess that's like a podcast on there, or a song or whatever. And then some like bath accessories, wax melts with the candle, clothing flat lay, more bath scene, and the double box scene of the cozy chair and the vanity. We have our little things, solid color, and then the patterns. I love these patterns. Glitter headers, 2 extra full boxes, which are more flat lays. That one's like face masks. That one's got the robe. And then I did bring in another pattern full box onto this one. I just really like that pattern. I don't know what quote at all I would put over it, but I love that pattern. And then we'll just replace everything else with fancy labels. And then we got our bottom washi, and then extra full box here of the bath. And then I printed off the add-on of this girl just because I really liked her like honey brown hair. I needed that particular hair color because it's so unique, I feel like. So we got her tall box form, and then 2 other girls in different cute outfits as well. So I really just love this art style so much and this color scheme. So that is Unwind. And then So the next two are from Elaine from Coffee Doodles Co., which I feel like I just said that she kind of took a hiatus, but apparently she has been like producing more art than I remembered, because these both are from her. I think they've been like kind of spread out over a while though. This one is flowers, so this was probably like the furthest away, like the oldest released recently. But it's just like a, you know, it's a flower themed set, and I remember looking at this like before my floral foil came out, and I was like, oh, I wish it was coming out now because it would go with this. But both are still available now, both this kit and that foil, so it's not too late. But yeah, I just love this color scheme. I think she does 2 color schemes typically, but yeah, I love this one in particular. I love this like girl with the white hair. I love how she does like white/gray haired fashion girls. And then let's see, you've got like, I don't know, some kind of social media feed on there, a pamphlet that says welcome to the botanical gardens. We have our drink and our basket of flowers, a telephone booth for some reason, bike, and then the outside of a flower shop in the double box scene. We have a stack of floral related books. Love it. Classic spring kit, which I always need more spring kits, I feel like. Solid color page, patterns, little things, deco. I did bring in all of these squares onto this one. Glitter headers, and then our double box scene of the, I guess it's like a flower truck instead of like a food truck. It's got flowers, which is hilarious. And then this one is just like the door to a shop, I guess. And then we have our bottom washi. And then I printed off 2 add-on sheets for this one as well. So we have our fashion girls here. I just printed off the blonde because I feel like you can see the detail in the hair better with the blonde version. So we have our tall box, and again, these super fancy hairstyles. Wish I could draw that. Yep, and then that's like a huge fishtail. Like, you'd have to have like Rapunzel length hair for that, which I know because that's how she looks in the movie when they like braid her hair like that. We have a planner here, and then I did bring in one of the pattern full boxes onto this one as well. I do have custom floral quotes, by the way. Those exist too. Clothing Folly, that's really cute. I want to see that on a person. And then this fashion girl, super fun. Love the big hair. And then like some floral stationery, which is also really fun. So many boxes for this. Love it. That is flowers. And next we have Swan, which, like I was saying, this is Trumpet of the Swan art. This is like her most recent like comeback collection. I don't know anything about Trumpet of the Swan, and I don't necessarily know if this is even related to that, other than the fact that it's like a Swan Lake kind of situation. There's swans on a lake. But either way, love it. It's gorgeous. Needed it. It's here. So yeah, we got our double box scene with a little boat with swans on the lake. Love the light filtering through the trees. That's always super cool to see in art. Got our close-up of the swan here. And we have our gorgeous fashion girl, gorgeous dress. These delicious looking sandwiches and cake slices, I think. We have a trumpet, so there you go. There's your reference to Trumpet of the Swan. Not that I know how that ties into anything, but it's there. Rosé lemonade. We have our little basket with a baguette. And then we got our planning stuff in that spotlight right there. Let's see, next we have our solid labels, patterns, little things, double box scene of the outside of a house, which, oh my god, that's so gorgeous. I wish we had a big box of this house, if there is like more to the art. I would love that. And then glitter headers and all that. Deco. You can tell I really messed this up with the layering. I squished these way too close, so this is not actually a usable box, which is very sad, but that's okay because I have plenty of those left over from other kits. And then this box I just needed to keep for a quote to go over it. And then bottom washi as well, and I did print off, again, 2 pages of add-ons because I had to. Here's the fashion. I went with the mostly blonde for the same reason, and then this girl was just the same skin tone hair color for all of the options. So there's that, and I love how there's like always a tall box in there. And then this one was just like extra full boxes. So we have like painting, we have like reading, which is awesome, clothing flat light, and then the patterned box as well. So that is Swan. I don't know when I would necessarily use this, but I think I'm just going to have it as like a spring anytime, so love it. And then now we can get into the holiday one. So first we're going to go with the one that's like, hang on. Okay. Yeah, first we're going to go with the one that's like not necessarily a specific holiday, but has like holiday add-ons, so you can kind of make it whatever you want. This one is Starcross. It's the Starcrossed art by Kittenish Jess. So you can kind of make this like any romantic holiday that you want, and I'll show you the like add-on boxes that are throughout this kit. But yeah, I just love this color scheme, love this art. It's just kind of like a lovey set in general. So it's got some interesting elements. We've got our little masquerade mask. I love this double box scene of the bedroom. That's like super fancy and bougie. Got our chocolates in the little heart-shaped box, drinks, some like home decor elements, giant teddy bear, because of course love this girl's hair with the little heart pattern. I wish my hair could do that. And then the bathtub with all the petals in it. Super fun. And then we have our solid page, deco. So this is old format enough to where we have our meals header still in there. And then just the man, his face is completely covered by flowers, so he could be anybody. Or it could be a woman, I guess. And then we have extra full boxes that I just stuck in here from other parts of the kit. So it is, it can be slightly Romeo and Juliet themed if you like, which I always love to imagine that it is. Although I like the older Romeo and Juliet, not the one with like Leo DiCaprio, who I'm pretty sure that is supposed to be. So I think I turned my brain off for most of this movie, so I'm not really sure if this is actually part of a scene in it, but I do really, really, really love the older Romeo and Juliet movies, so I'm going to pretend that it's that. And then you have that, like, Romeo and Juliet box in there, if you would like. And then here we have, like, a hand with a ring, so you can use it for, like, an engagement or whatever. So you can use it for, like, engagement, Romeo and Juliet, or as noted here, happy anniversary. And I think there's Valentine's Day somewhere else in here. But yeah, just like literally anything. And there's the engaged box. This one could be like Valentine's Day as well. It just has more like Valentine's-y elements. I don't know why I printed off this twice. That seems like an accident. But it's like a blue heart box instead of the pink. Which like I would probably keep the pink. Sometimes I don't look too closely at these, because there's just so much. And then we have the solid. Hang on. I don't think that's the solid. I think that's the pattern one. There it is. Yeah, it's the pattern one. It was just completely out of order. All of these kits are going to be in a different order because I do not care to like order them. And then this one has more extra boxes. There's the Happy Valentine's. I don't know necessarily what I'm going to use this for yet. I feel like because it has so many things that are not specifically Valentine's, I feel like I'm going to save it for like one of the other occasions. Like an anniversary, I definitely could. I don't have like really many anniversary kits. And obviously I could hoard it for engagement if I wanted, you know, just like anything. And then I'll probably throw in the Romeo and Juliet stuff just because I personally like Romeo and Juliet. I picked these two fashion girls, the blondes, and then just like filled this page with extra labels. I kept this alternate hand with the ring. I don't know, for no good reason really. Because like neither of the ones are like my specific skin tone. But also if I'm using it for somebody else's engagement, like I don't know which one it would be. And then bottom washi, of course. So that is Starcross. I love how versatile this set is, and we need more like it. We need more that could just be literally any type of romantic occasion. So that is something that more people should do art on in the community. All right, now we have, so that was the first holiday kit, and now we have the next holiday kit, which is Arisen, which is more Sadie Piper Designs art. And also another kit that I'm going to try and spread out into 2 spreads because of the massive amount of full boxes available. So this is the first page of full boxes. I'm pretty sure there was another double box scene there that I just like nixed in favor of something else. But yeah, we have that same signpost. I swear she just reuses the same signpost. Let me actually get out this other one. Get out the Pixie set just to like verify that, because I literally feel like it's the same signpost. Yeah, it's 100% the same signpost. She just like recolors it, which I think personally is really cool, because as somebody who like has a passing interest in drawing clip art, I feel like you gotta like know how to do that, because it would take forever to just redraw it each time, slightly different. But recoloring it, I feel like is a lot faster. But it's just like fun to notice stuff like that. So yeah, this one, although I don't know how she comes up with like 15 different names each time, because like I feel like that is the part that takes the longest, because she just like made it a huge signpost to begin with. But we have Bunny Trail, Peeps Place, Carrot Patch, Chick Crossing, Jelly Bean Junctions, hilarious, Butterfly Landing. Is that the same literal location that she copied from this one? Because like, yeah, Butterfly Landing, she just kept that the same. Okay, there you go. I mean, you can reuse locations too, I guess. There's no rule against it. Cottontail Crossing, Bunny Garden, Easter Egg Hunt. I mean, sure. Okay, I'll let you have it. Then we have our stand mixer. We have our toaster for some reason. I don't know why it's there. Tulips, Wicker Bunny, bag, really cute assorted Easter themed breakfast items. I want those. Pancakes. I'm a pancake person. Eggs on toast, I could take or leave. Not a cinnamon bun fan, or a cinnamon roll fan, whatever the heck that is. But pancakes, yes. Cake, I think I would rather eat those. If they were Reese's Pieces eggs, which are my favorite food on the planet, I would eat those. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. Maybe like a bag. And then we have like some like religious elements in there too, and that could be like a really pretty church dress and heels. And then we have the chick and the Easter basket, which if you didn't want the chick, you could have the pug with the Easter basket instead, because he's right here with the little Easter ears, Easter bunny ears. That's so funny. We have like egg dyeing situation going on right here. We have a chillin' with my Peeps hoodie. I guess the dog has little bones as presents too for some reason. Don't worry, be hoppy. Little decorative bunnies. I think we're baking something over here. I'm not really too sure what. Maybe that cake. Double box scene of the house, which I'm obsessed with. I think it like was offered as like a big box or something potentially, but I think like it was like cut off to where like you couldn't see all of it or something, so I needed this box or this double box scene so you could see all of it. And then I think this fashion girl was on here and I just kept her there. So there's some of the full boxes. Then we have our solid color page, pattern page, glitter headers. I think I just left this page alone. I just left both of these on here because I knew I would be reusing this art twice. I think I forgot to do that with the other kit though. I moved the big box onto this sheet, the one that I knew for sure I would be using, which is the like sofa room interior. There was a fifth color that I just added some of onto here, and then the deco, and then these are the main four colors, little things, which I printed 2 of because again, 2 spreads. And then tall boxes, which again, too many options for me to choose, so I just did all of them. We're gonna have all 4, so 2 are gonna be for one spread and then 2 for the other spread, because they're all so cute. We have like some people of color, and then all 4 have like super cute amazing dresses, and I don't know how she takes the time to do all of this art because for one set, because it's insane. So I'm gonna honor that by using all of them. And then this full box of the like little dining area interior, which I'm obsessed with this. I would take that as a big box too. And then we have our 15mm, and then I did want to put the squares somewhere, but I knew I would need to print off a bunch of extra labels anyway because I was using it twice, so I just kind of makeshifted this whole sheet with the squares and then the rest of the items from the 5th color sampler, which I do love that. I wish that she would do more 5th color samplers. I don't know who decides the four main colors for a set, whether the artist does or the shop owner. I really don't even know how that works because I have bought clip art a long time ago, but I haven't used it, so I don't even know what's in it. Okay, I'm gonna like take a break for my camera, and then I'll come back in like 1 second your time to go over the last 4 kits. Okay, so the next kit is going to be another one from the V in Love Arts, a fave. This one is Cherry Blossom, which I know you guys have seen this art. Everybody used it. obviously I needed to get a version of it for myself. I am obsessed with this, especially like the matcha like parts of it, aspects of it. Yes, I'm a matcha fan. I know not everybody is, but I, like, my boyfriend's definitely not, but I definitely am, and I love it. But yeah, this is like very cherry blossomy. Obviously, we've got several of the cherry blossom trees everywhere. Got some like the flower print on various things. I love this girl's hair. She's got cherry blossoms in her hair too, of course. We have our delicious drinks, which I'm gonna assume that's my matcha. We've got a cupcake. We have a really pretty gazebo right here. I love like the simplicity of it. And we have shoes, like a clothing flat lay right here, cherry blossom little bag, I think. Maybe like a phone case, I'm not sure. And then looks like some donut holes, I believe. Really pretty butterflies in there too. Ice cream, another clothing flat lay. I love these colors. This pink and green, it's just perfect. And then we have our solid color patterns, little thing page. And then we have the deco, and as usual, I changed up this page. Glitter headers, 2 extra full boxes with the little ice cream cart, and then the planner stuff, and then this full box, which would be perfect for a quote, and then a bottom washi, and then for the fashion girls, I chose these. I love it. Love the hair. They're so pretty. And then the like the bubble waffle, which I think I haven't tried that yet, but I really want to, with the like matcha ice cream in there. It was so yum. I had matcha ice cream earlier this week. We went on a date trip to San Francisco, and I got my taiyaki ice cream, and the ice cream was matcha, of course, and the taiyaki had red bean filling, and that is my favorite thing in the universe. So it was a good day. And then so that was the okay, so we're in seasonal, by the way. I forgot to mention we're seasonal. That was spring seasonal. This is summer seasonal. Which I feel like I don't have enough spring and summer seasonal in general. I feel like I'm getting more summer, but it's all just like pool themed and stuff, and like that's really it. So I don't really necessarily know that I need a ton of that. I mean, I guess we are kind of a pool going family, but it's not necessarily like my preferred summer aesthetic. I guess like ice cream and being outside would be like maybe a park or something, or just reading outside. But yeah, this is Silly's studio art. This is her latest set, I believe, and this is called Mojitos. I believe the set was just called Mojito, which is, I think, an alcoholic drink, which I haven't had, but I think that's like what this is like kind of supposed to reference. But yeah, it is like, the setting is like an indoor pool kind of situation. I think it's, oh, it might be outdoor, I don't know. Just a really fancy pool setup with lots of plants going on. Got some cacti, got an ebook, an iguana, which is super funny. I guess this could be set in like Florida or something. Clothing, or like bathing suit flat lay. We got coconuts and like an Instax camera, and then ice cream, yum, and of course the like alcohol shaker or whatever. So yeah, I really like the colors of this too, the orange and green. I'm not an orange fan, but I think this super pastel shade of orange really works with this green, so I love that. And then we have the solid page right here, patterns. This page, which again I did bring in the pattern full box. There's another double box scene here of the chairs by the pool. And then little things. And then lastly, the bottom washi, and then this other box, which also would be good for a quote over it, I think, with like the chair and the cactus. And then fashion, I printed off this girl, because that's kind of like my skin tone hair color. Very nice. Okay, so that is Mojitos. And again, I'm probably just going to use it as a summer anytime, because like we go to the pool, but I mean pretty much every week in the summer, so yeah, it'll work. And then we're going to pop culture. So we have an Alice in Wonderland kit first and foremost. I think I've hauled a kit with art, this particular art, before, but like a long time ago, and I think that kit was in like a format that is no longer usable to me. So I don't remember if I still have it or if I destashed it, but either way, I wanted something that was like more useful to me because I am obsessed with Alice in Wonderland, and I do want to do a photo set one day for it. But it's my favorite like book ever, basically. So I need just like any and all art related to it in its like most maximum form. So I wanted to get a printable so I could just have all of it and kind of be able to do what I want with it. So yep, love this one. We have our little Alice right there. We have a little Mad Hatter cake. I'm not really sure what these items are supposed to be, but we got flowers in the background. We have this like little tea and tiered tray situation. We've got our drink me drinks. We have her stockings. The signpost that says that way, this way, wrong way, go back, Easter tea party. So I guess this could be like an Easter set. And then the rabbit hole, and then there's the rabbit with the pocket watch, and then a double box scene of the tea party itself, which I love that. I think I got this kit just for the double box scene, honestly. And then this page, which again I cut apart. I brought the tall box onto here because I think this fourth color may not have been writable. So yeah, I got rid of that, left these colors here. I brought in more of the blank little things, everything else that I need. Got the meals header right here along with the washi. Here's more little things, glitter headers, solid color, and patterns. 2 more full boxes. That's a really pretty like mushroom lantern thing. Got some deco, squares, which again, that was definitely an oopsie, so maybe I won't necessarily use that one. And then we have our bottom washi and this full box with like a mirror. That's a really pretty ornate mirror. I love that. That would be perfect for a quote, which is I think why it's there. Definitely needs a quote over it from Alice in Wonderland, which there are so freaking many quotes from Alice in Wonderland that I love, so you can be sure those will be coming to my shop at some point. But yeah, that is called Eastern Wonderland from Pink Planner Shop. And then we have a new unique shop, which is not unique. I guess unique in that it's the only kit from the shop in this haul, which is Lynner Designs, and she does such amazing customs. And I need almost every single one of them, depending on whether it's pop culture that I know or not. She's like, oh my god, she's come out with so freaking many. She did Princess Diaries, she did Shrek. I can't even tell you how many of them that I need. And this one in particular is She's the Man, which, like, who's done art on that? Nobody. So I'm glad it exists, because I remember enjoying this movie a lot when I watched it in high school English class, believe it or not. Yeah, it was super fun, because it's like based on, I think Twelfth Night is what the Shakespeare play is called, but yeah, so it's like kind of, you know, English class related, but yeah, I remember really enjoying it, so I think it's definitely due for a rewatch, so I can use this kit. But yeah, super amazing. So we have, it's about, like, if you don't know, it's about this girl who I think, like, goes to soccer camp or something. I don't even know the premise of it, honestly. I just know that she, like, has to pretend to be a boy to, like, be on the boys' soccer team or whatever. And she, like, has, like, I don't know, a roommate or a teammate or somebody who's, like, this super hot guy. And she, like, has a crush on him. And then, like, I don't know, the movie progresses from there. But that's her, like, pretending to be a boy. It, you know, hilarity ensues. It's, like, one of those situations. But yeah, it's, like, a little box scene of her room. I vaguely remember Gouda being, like, a funny reference. But again, it's been a long time since my high school days when I've seen it. But yeah, I guess she, like, brings tampons at some point and, like, has to, like, she gets called out on them and, like, what is she using them for? And I think she, like, pretends it's for nosebleeds or whatever. I think that's what that's about, if I remember correctly. And then I guess there's a tarantula at some point. I need to rewatch this, but either way, it's really funny. Stars Amanda Bynes, back in her heyday when I feel like she was in a lot of stuff. And so yeah, so this is Lynner Designs printable format, which again, there's some bits and pieces that are cut up that I will tell you if I recognize it. But yeah, we have the glitter header page, we have some little things and quarter boxes on there as well. Deco. I believe I got rid of her weekend banner as well. I'm pretty picky about weekend banners. And then we have square boxes, just some, like, other random bits and bobs that I stuck onto this page. Deco, which I think I already said. Little things page, which again, love it. And then, see, there are patterns here, but at least they're like more writable patterns. I don't think I would feel too bad about writing on that. I think I replaced this one. I think it was like the dark blue, and I replaced it because I wasn't going to be able to write on that. So I just replaced it with more of this teal and just went crazy with the teal. I got a little bit lazy about which colors I duplicated. So there's going to be a lot of teal in this spread, but that is a-okay. I also really like these like square short third boxes. So I kept those in there. Love the movie marquees. And then there was not a dinner's header. I took one of the patterned washies, put that text over it to make it a dinner's header, and then the washi strips are like that small, so I just duplicated this one and then made the cut line larger. So there's actually two on top of each other, which you can kind of tell, but that line is going to get covered up by that. So I really had to makeshift my own for this, but I think it's going to be fine. And then sidebar tracker, and then that's the two of them on the soccer field at the end when obviously her cover gets blown or whatever. And then we have our solid page, which I'm glad that there's like 3 rows of fancy labels instead of like whatever random stuff people usually put on this page. I like that. I forget if these are like the same size or not. They look like they are just both third boxes, which is a-okay. And then we have pattern page, and then the bottom washi page. So that's her as a boy with like the soccer ball. I don't know how she like got her hair to be like short. I forget how they did that, but it's funny. It might be like a wig or something, or like I don't know like what the reason was in the movie, like how she was able to do that, because like I know movie magic exists, but like how can just like any average person turn that into that without like a wig? It must be a wig. Anyway, bottom washi date covers, which I think, yeah, they're like average size date covers. And yeah, so that is She's the Man. And I have not picked up her newest ones. Like I said, the Princess Diaries and Shrek I do want, because she is like pricing them appropriately for like the amount that she pays for the art, which I happen to know is a crap ton, which also just means that I basically have to wait for her to have a sale in order for them to be like a little bit more affordable. So I am waiting on that. But definitely I think people who do printable stuff should price higher, because there's still a lot of effort that goes into it, and the cost of exclusive art especially super high. But anyways, that is it for the that is it for all the printables, and I think I'm probably going to cut this haul right now. Again, I have like some other stuff coming, but I think I'm going to save that for the next haul. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be fantastic, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.